Hello, I am SquidofLove. Welcome back to another look at the rich and very interesting lore of Star Citizen. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Star Citizen universe is the rich history behind it. And knowing that history is very important not only because it will help us understand how the relationships between the forces that exist and operate within the Star Citizen universe were formed, but also because it will help us realize what kind of opportunities and threats might be waiting for us along the line. The UE and the alien races might be the big players of the universe, but there are other entities as well, entities with rich history that had an impact in the past or may have an impact in the future, and one of these entities is ArcCorp, one of the first human corporations that we will interact with when 3.0 goes live and the full standard system will be unlocked. ArcCorp today is a mega corporation that builds fusion engines for industrial craft, but also has divisions for terraforming and mining. It is also the owner of one of the Standon planets, Standon 3 to be more precise, which was named after the company and acts as its headquarters. The company has a very interesting and rich history, and it wasn't always building fusion engines. In reality, it started as a deep space exploration consortium in 2687, essentially in a store or hangar by a group of friends with the purpose of locating and cataloging jump points for UE bounty money. All they had in their disposal back then in order to make their dream come true was a lone Zeus 4 spacecraft. Sadly for the group of friends back at that time, they weren't very successful at exploration, so at around 2690 the company made the shift from exploration to mining. During this period the company had tremendous success securing mineral rights to newly discovered planets and turning the renamed ArcCorp mining consortium into one of the most profitable companies in the galaxy. So we can very easily say that their initial failure at exploration was a blessing in disguise and helped ArcCorp become the mega corporation that is today. Eventually the company started developing an interest in terraforming, and mid-28th century first became involved with BCK, a massive terraforming conglomerate. By then ArcCorp had moved beyond mineral rights and was also dealing in plans for settlement. The collaboration was very successful for both companies, and ArcCorp was now securing rights to a planet and then proceeding to terraform it at low cost. In the end, ArcCorp absorbed BCK with a move that could be considered as a hostile takeover, a move that caused controversy and also shows the ethos of the company, shows that ArcCorp will not hesitate to use any means in order to achieve their goals. In 2811, ArcCorp acquired an engine manufacturer called Novalite, which was staffed with excellent designers but had absolutely no means to manufacture, promote or sell their line of ready-to-go upgraded fusion engines. This was the move that changed everything for ArcCorp, and the ArcLight brand, now fusion engines by ArcCorp, became very successful and the premier engine types for large spacecraft. Today ArcCorp fusion engines are the basis for the technology and the pattern from which all competition is developed. Some of the company's most known engine designs include the Arc Duo 400, a TR4 engine for the Freelancer, but also the ArcLight 300 for the Hornet Ghost. The company is also experimenting with artificial intelligence and is trying to build fully AI-controlled ships in order to be used instead of human pilots in dangerous transportation routes. The goal behind this move is, like ArcCorp claims, to save human lives and prevent more losses in these dangerous transportation routes. But again, like other decisions of the company in the past, this one has caused as well a big controversy and many complaints. Like we have mentioned already, ArcCorp is the owner of one of the Standon planets, Standon 3, which is also named after the company, and is the single most industrialized world in human space. The planet was first discovered in 2903 along with the rest of the Standon system, and it was sold to ArcCorp in 2920. The company then decided to partition off the planet into smaller lots rather than reserve it for future development. This had as a result other companies, always non-competitors, to spring up rapidly around the globe at a speed never before seen until the orb reached its current state. According to scientists, ArcCorp is the closest human equivalent to a Xi'an factory world. A massive terraform super-Earth, the world consists of layer after layer of factories, so many that building additional structures is actually impossible. so new facilities must be built on top of existing ones. The headquarters of the company is located in the massive ArcCorp tower that rises above all other parts of the factory world, and the bulk of the facilities are located in commercial district Circle C, with ArcCorp owning several corporate towns around the planet. There is also a cottage industry for tourists who are invited to take preset factory tours, but in reality the fusion plants are so dangerous that a sanitized artificial factory with holograms and animatronics has been constructed for display to interested citizens. ArcCorp today is indeed a very successful company, known mostly for their exceptional fusion engines, but also their notorious employment practices. ArcCorp factory workers live, age and die entirely within ArcCorp, and some may call this job security, but others will call it indentured servitude. They shop at company stores, live in company lodging, and spend their lives on dangerous fusion engine factory floors. Little money ever exits the cycle, and even those who retire generally find themselves remaining there. If we take all this info into consideration, it is not hard to understand why factory accidents but also worker suicides are not that uncommon. All these tactics have won ArcCorp the title of the worst company in the universe several times, and it makes it very easy to understand why observers are not allowed into their working facilities. ArcCorp for us today may be a great area to do some shopping and admire the cities of Star Citizen, but in reality it's just a front, and behind this there is a whole world hidden. A world that may have a lot of opportunities for us, but also shows how cruel and harsh the Star Citizen universe is. A world that I hope we will be able to fully explore and discover when 3.0 goes live. Thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I am SquidofLove, and I will see you around the verse. Bye bye.